Success Insight shares the stories of the people with passion and drive who make things happen in the world. Here's your host, Howard Fox.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Mindset Monday with Andrée Martin on the Success Insight podcast. Now, Andrée Martin is your leadership, mindset, and golf performance coach. She's an LPGA Class A Life member and nationally recognized top 50 golf teacher and expert, and a member of the Maine Golf Hall of Fame, recognizing golf's value as a business tool in today's competitive marketplace. Andrée works with individuals, groups, corporate, and organizational clients to create educational and team-building programs that enhance the professional success of aspiring executives. Andrée, welcome back to Mindset Monday with Andrée Martin on a Success Insight podcast.
Thank you, Howard. Always great to connect and to share with the listeners the new mindset focus for the next couple weeks. Our topic is the 5 steps you need to step into your new mindset.
Fantastic. Now, are we going to step into it? Or are we going to shift into it? Is there a difference between stepping and shifting?
It's a choice. You get to decide how you're really going to commit. Last week, we decided we were going to break away from an old mindset. Now we need to step into the new one and embrace it and take it on and go forward with it full throttle. Everybody out there listening needs to know this is a full commitment on your end. The new mindset, there's 5 steps. It takes grit. It takes stating every day, I'm not going to be beaten today. You're going to stay fine-tuned and keep checking in with yourself on how to fine-tune inside and out. You're going to not miss an opportunity to go forward and keep stepping into that mindset. And then the 5th one is persevere, taking 100% responsibility. Why did I use grit as the first topic? If we just dumped an old mindset, what does it take to really hold on to the commitment you're making to yourself to have a new mindset? It takes grit. It takes commitment. It takes willing to be flexible, and you got to decide that you're going to do this every day.
Andrée, what is grit? This is a term that I am very familiar with. You know, there's books written about grit, but for our listeners that perhaps are not as familiar, how are you defining grit?
For me, grit means you can bump up against a big obstacle like sandpaper, and you're not going to bend. You're going to grit it out. You're going to stay the course. You're going to stay focused on your dream, your decision, with the mindset that I'm going to win, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to make it happen.
Okay.
And the reason I've got flexibility in that same statement, because it does take both, is there may be something that helps you sharpen. And that's, again, where I like grit, because to me, grit is like sandpaper. So you're smoothing the edges. You're grinding down. In golf, we grind our wedges to a bounce that really suits our game, or we purchase one with a certain grind. Mm-hmm. And the grit is the small pieces of sand that either rub you wrong or you go with it and let it catapult you forward. And in that, obviously, if I'm going to catapult forward and really believe in myself, I'm going to have full commitment to do so. And I love the I'm not going to be beaten today attitude that is used in sport over and over again. If I were to take you cannot not pink elephant theory, where you cannot think about a pink elephant because all you see is the pink elephant, how I'm going to flip that in a more positive way is I'm going to win today, and I'm going to find a way to beat you, or to beat the competition, or to elevate my game in a way that nobody can catch me, which is an even more positive focus, which really takes grit, and trust that all of the fine tuning, which is number 3, from the inside and out of me, that I have done to prepare to sustain this and really succeed, both on my inner me. So this is the internal mindset, and the outer me, the physical me that has gotten ready to execute this. And the outside of me from a business perspective is you've got your plan in place, you've got your data, you've got the detail, you've got the engineering behind whatever is needed. You've got a complete buy-in in the culture. You've got a complete buy-in in upper management and other team members, depending on the size of your team. It might be the entire team. And knowing from the inside out, you can't be wavered. You are going to have the mindset of success, and you won't miss any opportunities. You'll just keep catapulting and pulling from all the momentum and positive motivation that comes your way to keep mushrooming into success that you never thought possible. And it's interesting. I was talking to a fellow colleague who's also a pretty darn good tennis player, and he's talking about a junk shot. And I thought, oh, that's interesting. You're talking about a junk shot. I pull up a junk shot and when they're surprised, or when it's an upper seated person and I want to unseed them, meaning they're actually seated at a higher level and in golf, that would mean a lower handicap. And you've got a chance to beat them in a match play opportunity. And it levels the playing ground in golf. And in tennis, you're finding their weaknesses and feeding in with your strengths.
Sure.
Right. And how do you continue to sharpen yourself is you feed the strengths and you make sure the weaknesses aren't too weak. You keep sharpening both sides and continue to get highly skilled at each shot in the game. I know I've used Tiger Woods a lot, but I love how he acquired success so fast. And his father didn't have him focus on sand play so much, but you put him up against most anybody, he's still going to beat you, even out of the sand. It just happened to be his lower end skill of all of the skills he has or had in his prime. It's very interesting. So within the opportunity, you can pull out of the hazard, keep going forward, redirect. There's that flexibility coming in again. Grit it out because you know you're going to stay the course no matter what's being thrown your way, whether it's wind, weather, an unexpected thing that might happen, even if it's a club that gets broken and you've got to adapt and go to another club. In business, that happens all day long. None of us expected COVID to happen, but look at how everybody's shifted and everybody's continuing to shift and redirect. And the other word is pivot. How are you going to pivot? Well, in golf, if you don't pivot and really rotate forward through impact to your target, you don't have power.
Sure.
So that's another strength, and just the thought of pivoting keeps that mindset strong. It helps you focus on persevering. What's the one thing everybody that's succeeded in the last year and a half through COVID, or 2 years almost, it feels like, but year and a half through COVID, perseverance and staying true to your dream and your passion for your dream, which is taking 100% responsibility for your vision and commitment to yourself, to your company, to your sport, to executing everything in every possible way to redirect that success.
I love, Andrée, how these principles, these 5 steps, not only in golf, and, we talk about the fine tuning, looking for opportunities, persevering, grit, all the prep work that goes in, and it's the whole idea around the mindset. And it's just so translatable back into the business setting. I mean, you literally could have run through examples of grit, reaffirming, fine-tuning, not missing opportunities, persevering. And even when things are going well, there's still opportunities to further reaffirm, fine-tune, so you're even better the next time. And really close connection here between the world of golf and the world of business with these 5 steps.
It's so fun to compare the two because there's so much parallel in the two, and your navigation is synonymous in both business and golf. And it's all in how you handle yourself in the moment. And when you handle yourself in the moment with your focused on the new mindset of success and commitment to yourself with grit and willing to be flexible, your discipline in that mushrooms. It has a mushroom effect in that it's contagious to the whole team in business. And that's why good teams succeed. The leader expects that from everybody. And when everybody performs with that in mind, you can't help but to succeed. And that is what makes good companies flourish and prosper.
Definitely that. Definitely that. Well, I love this, Andrée. And again, for our listeners' benefit, could you real quickly just go ahead and repeat those 5 steps you need to shift into your new mindset?
Certainly. The new mindset steps. The number 1 is grit. Secondly, I'm not going to be beaten today. In other words, I'm going to succeed. Having the success mindset. You're reaffirming that. Number 3, fine tune from the inside and out. That includes shop making, fitness, food, nutrition, everything. And that does cross over to business, by the way, because what you put in your mouth affects the engine that you have in you to perform at your best.
Oh, yeah.
Number 4, take opportunity. Sharpen your strengths. And then 5, persevere, taking 100% responsibility.
Very good. Thank you so much. And hey, before we head out today, Andrée, if our listeners would like to learn more about you and your work, where are the best places for them to go?
Absolutely. Best place to go is my website, andreegolf.com. That's Andrée with 2 E's. I am also on LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Spotify has our list of all the Mindset Mondays.
Most definitely that. We will provide the backlinks, to the website, of course, and to your social sites. And once again, Andrée, I think we hit gold. We did not settle for silver. And by the way, I have to share a couple things. I use that analogy so much now with my career transition clients. And even when the career development clients, when it comes to building out their LinkedIn profile, fleshing out their resume and those bullet points, because a lot of people want to put everything. And I then go into this analogy, we just had the Olympics, or do you play golf? What do you do for sport? And I always talk about your bullet points on your resume. You're not putting everything out there. You're putting your gold medal moments.
Yes.
And you're going to be really comfortable telling the stories behind those as well. And I love that. I love that. And hey, I wanted to share one more thing with you. And as I was reading the intro and I had shared that you are a member of the Maine Golf Hall of Fame, I was seeing a posting. I don't know if it was on Twitter or Facebook, but this family with their, I think, 5-year-old son, they trekked the Appalachian Trail. And I know that ends, I believe.
That's so awesome. It ends in Maine.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I thought of you as I saw that. Mount Katahdin, I think it is.
Mount Katahdin, up beyond right outside of Bar Harbor.
Yeah. And I just, I thought 5 years old. I mean, talk about mindset for a 5-year-old kid and the parents. And it's just like, oh my God, I'm sure they're going to be in the news. I may have to go search them out and see if I can get them on an episode of on the Outdoor Adventure Series, which is also...
That would be great on the Outdoor Adventure Series, because they certainly are going for the gold and didn't settle for silver, indeed.
Yeah, and it's funny, even like on Instagram, there was a woman who's been traveling around. She's definitely athletic, but I think she's almost like a paraplegic, but she's got these devices hooked to her legs that allow her to have mobility. So I don't know how that works, but just seeing these pictures is like, wow, I want to interview her for the Outdoor Adventure Series.
That reminds me of the gentleman that I helped back when I was with the city of Denver. Got a T4 paraplegic who was an Olympian shot put and basketball player, but he never thought he could play golf. And I said, why not? And we got him in his wheelchair and angled him in a way and we got him one arm hitting it over 210 yards, which is pretty powerful.
Yeah.
And I got so excited about it. We got him even more interested in golf to the point where he got the town he lived in to get a handicap golf cart so that he could ride on the greens and truly play golf. And he's now a very avid golfer. And, here's a CFO of a Metropolitan State College, and he never thought he could play golf. And he's an avid golfer. And he actually literally shifted and made things possible for his community, for others who had physical challenges, and realized that they can go for the gold and not settle for silver as well.
Yeah. I mean, talk about mind. That's
pretty cool.
Total mindset. Fantastic.
Total mindset.
Yeah. Andrée, thank you once again for joining me on this journey for, Mindset Monday with Andrée Martin and on Success Insight. And really, it's a continuing pleasure to have you on this journey with me.
Absolutely. Likewise, Howard. Thank you so much.
All right. Okay, folks, we have just been chatting with Andrée Martin on another episode of Mindset Monday with Andrée Martin on the Success Insight podcast. Today's episode focused on the 5 steps you need to step into or shift into your new mindset, and a lot of great anecdotes and stories, and really really a massive connection between the world of golf and the world of business in these 5 steps. And we hope you enjoyed today's episode. Do let us know what you think. I mean, you can certainly reach out to Andrée on her website, andreegolf.com. She's on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. And, at any point, connect with her, contact her, reach out, and, let her know you heard one of her podcast episodes on Success Insight and Mindset Monday. And, maybe there's an opportunity for you to work with Andrée, whether it's in business or in golf. And so again, we'll have all those links on our show notes to the website and to the social site. Speaking of websites and social sites, you can find us on successinsightpodcast.com. We would certainly like to have your likes, your comments about these episodes. You can find us on Facebook and on LinkedIn on our Success Insight podcast pages. You can also find us on the major podcasting platforms, Amazon Music, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, Pandora, iHeartRadio, and especially Spotify, where we have all of our episodes with Andrée organized into a playlist. So right now, I believe there's 45 published episodes. With September now, we're going to be 47. And really, we'll probably easily get to 50 before the end of the year. And just a wonderful library of insights from Andrée, great discussions, anecdotes, stories. And, you hear themes over and over again, but they're all unique in their own way as they're repeated. But above all, you go for the gold. You don't settle for silver. Okay, folks, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, take care of yourselves, take care of your family, continue, if appropriate, practice social distancing and wear your mask. We'll see you on another episode of Mindset Monday with Andrée Martin on the Success Insight podcast, and also all of our other episodes as well within the Success Insight podcast family. Okay, folks, take care of yourselves, and we'll see you again soon. Bye now.
Success Insight is a production of Fox Coaching and First Story Strategies. Find us online, successinsightpodcast.com.